All right, welcome back to another real rap, not a mini this time. This time it's finally. You guys have asked for this for about like 2 years or so, so we're finally going to tackle it. It's Young
Sir.
Justice.
Yes, sir.
This
That's
is
that
this is
real.
good TV.
That's that real.
That's that real TV.
A lot of you Teen Titans fans just wouldn't understand. But this is real television.
And y'all say I'm bad people.
Huh?
I'm just saying, y'all say I'm bad people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't do that. Just remember that. All right,
Anyways,
let's get started. Season one, thumbs up, thumbs down. Just to start off, I'm gonna say thumbs in the middle because of
really?
thumbs in the middle because it has its good stuff. It has its good stuff and it has its bad stuff. Obviously, the one thing I will say, overarching for the entire franchise, is that being on Cartoon Network didn't hinder it,
What do you mean by that?
because a lot of people were like, "Oh, if you look at seasons 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, there's a huge difference in what they're allowed to do and whatnot." It's like, well, yeah, because you're airing this on in a morning time slot on Cartoon Network, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, you wouldn't be able to massacre Violet on an episodic basis like you did. But the way they handled the characters and the stories that they told at the time with the Cartoon Network, I guess let's call it a buffer. I don't want to call it like a ball and chain or like a shackle or
Yeah.
whatever. But with the Cartoon Network filter, they were still able to produce some pretty good stuff. Now, season one is definitely the weakest out of the three.
Really? Wow.
I mean, yeah, in terms of like, it's not fair to call it the weakest, but I am going to call it the weakest because it's the planning stages for everything.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you can tell when they put season one out that they had no idea if they were getting a season two up until those last like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So that's
I
why
feel
that's
like
why
that's
I think it's the like there's no real cohesion. It's like Teen Titans. When we did the first season of Teen Titans, um, the way they structured season one, there was no season two coming,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
even though it's a bunch of shit that they harp on later in season
Uh-huh.
one, they had no idea that shit was gonna keep going.
Yeah, they didn't know if it was gonna take off or not, if people were gonna fuck with it or not, and then I guess the last 2 episodes, maybe that was when it actually like, while they were working on the last 2 episodes or they started planning it, that's when one of them execs fucking hopped in animation and was like, "Hey, my kid watched a couple of these episodes. They really like it. Keep up the work. You guys are getting a season 2," and then just left. And then them niggas are like, "Oh, okay. I mean, fuck it. Let's start setting some shit up." I feel like that's kind of the way that Young Justice first season, it definitely feels like they were going for like more character work than anything else. But they probably didn't know definitively if they were gonna get a season two, because that's how it is right now. With like, even with season four, fucking Greg Wiseman is telling people, go back and watch those older seasons to show them the exec niggas that you have interest in a show continuing like this. And they still don't know. We still don't know if any of that shit is gonna continue. Like, we don't know if we're getting a season 5 or anything like that. And it feels like they're on like a stricter budget than they were the first, at least first 2 seasons, compared to like season 3 and season 4. And like what you were saying with like the Cartoon Network being a buffer between everything, I do think that whoever says that like that's a drastic tone change, I feel is blatantly ignoring the fact that they're on like 2 different networks now. And I feel like even if it's not intentional, and if they had the option, they always were gonna make it some fucking bloody, gory show. I feel like it works because like first 2 seasons, primarily kids TV, or at least like young adult TV. Let me not say kids. It's young adult TV, and now like after all these years, everybody's older, and shit like that. Now you can introduce the blood and shit. The fucking murder. I'm not gonna lie, when Violet got boomed that first time, I was like, what the fuck?
What am I
Just
watching?
because like Just because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, no. When the first time they killed her, I was like, okay, and then they kept doing it, and it just became
Yeah.
okay, enough.
Then it's like whatever. But like, now that I know that they're allowed to do it, I don't give a fuck. Like it's not moving me. Like seeing I know people would see superheroes and then see blood and then they're like, let's fucking go. Like they pop off and shit like that, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
name any names.
I just talked to
The,
Silo Man about that. The boys, the Invincibles, the
I
fucking,
didn't I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that, but that is exactly
That's
what
what it
it's like.
is, man. That's what it is. We're in that era now where everybody wants to see the fucking edgy shit,
Oh,
and
we're
and
past
not
that.
edgy in a sense of fucking, you know what I mean, but not in a sense, not in a sense of like weird edgy, but like in a
Yeah.
sense of you want to show realism in your TV show. So if we're using realism and logic, when Superman in quotations punches a bad guy, that guy is folded into fucking 14 pieces with broken bones.
Right. Whereas, like, if a villain beats a hero, it's not just I fucked you up and you're just gonna lay there and I'm gonna go complete my objective. It's you lost the fight and now you are dead, or
Yeah,
fucking
I've
in
stomped your
a
skull in or vaporized you.
yeah, or you're in a fucking full body cast for 2 months and you can't come back to the line despite having superhuman powers. You are still liable to be put in a fucking cast like the rest of them.
Right.
So, like when Young Justice is doing all that blood and shit, I see it and I just go, okay, cool. Um, and that's it. Like, there's some things that they probably wouldn't have been able to do, like with I guess I'm gonna just jump to season 4 when fucking Superboy got permanently scarred because he was in the fucking lava without having recharged from the sun recently. I think that is good because it kind of like they're doing that thing where it's just like your physical attributes don't dehumanize you.
That
Like
shit gonna be fixed by next season.
probably, I hope not, because it's like yeah, your physical attributes or your physical attributes don't dehumanize you, and I feel like that goes with a lot of like the messaging that they're going with this show. Like you are a lot more than what you're supposed to be. Like the sidekicks are a lot more than just sidekicks. Um, Violet is something. She's something. She is a thing. I don't know what they're going for with that because she is a lot like, and not just like characteristic wise, but like she essentially is the final piece of the anti. Also, spoilers for season 3. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
this
bad.
nigga has forsaken season 1. Doesn't care anymore.
I mean, like you said, well, we're gonna get to that, but like, yeah, Violet is the fucking key to the anti-life equation, and she can die, and she's a mother box, and I think she's also a father box, and she's Muslim, and she's gay too, and it's
No,
just like
no, no, no,
yo,
no.
you
She
guys are doing a lot
non-binary.
here.
You freak.
Oh, my fault. She's non-binary. And what's the word for that? Not the word for that, but there's something else that would. She likes this girl, to which a lot of people would just, and I kind of did it. My fault. I forgot that it was like that was also because they're throwing a lot of her, and
See,
I don't know what the fuck is going on,
they caught
but
this nigga.
they did catch me. But um, all this to say that like the identity of the show is very rooted in character. Uh, and I feel like season 1 has like the weakest part of that. But I feel like a lot of people like season 1 the most because for a couple reasons.
It reminds them of Justice League.
But it reminds me a lot of Justice League, and I feel like it is a lot of that like grounded, because that's a buzzword now too. It's a lot of the grounded superhero work that people like, and your things like Daredevil and fucking Green Arrow and
You
shit
really
like
didn't have
that.
to bring up fucking Daredevil.
Oh, I did.
And
Because
no
like
Ocean has helped.
the most egregious thing you have in this show, in season 1 at least, is like Miss Marvel folding somebody's or smoothing out somebody's brain. That's like
No, we gotta talk about that. Fuck that. Fuck season 1. We're done with season 1. We gotta talk about that.
Oh my god,
Because that
McGann
doesn't get
syndrome.
addressed at all. Like, yes, it becomes a thing where Connor's just like, yo, you can't do that. But no. We have to actually talk about how in between seasons 1 and 2, when they say that Calder defects, and and now Megan is just flattening people's fucking minds out of nowhere. What happened here? Like, I feel like that's a crazy twist to a character.
That's a
During
problem that a lot of people had with season 2 as opposed to season 1. So where you watch season 1, the biggest time jump is maybe like a week or something like that, or maybe like the cartoon thing where the show starts at the beginning of the school year and it ends by the end of the school year within 26 episodes or something like that. But then you fucking go to season 2, Calder's affected, Robin is Nightwing, McGann and Connor are not together, and McGann is with this fucking fish.
yeah, this fucking and the fact that Wally and Artemis are inactive.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that happen to where if somebody were to binge watch the series, they would just get punched in their chest and just like, where the fuck am I? Did I miss something? And I don't know if that's on purpose. I think it's on purpose. But all that shit happens, and it feels like you miss a very important part of a lot of these characters' lives. And like important scenes and things like that are just like cut out for the sake of shock value that similar to Avengers Endgame. Well, similar and not similar to Endgame, so where it's just like 5 years later and it's a massive gap, but the world actually is aged within those 5 years.
Yeah, they tell you exactly what happens.
Yeah, you just wish you could have seen it. And that's a problem that people have. And it doesn't I don't even think it stops with season 2. They do it over season 3 and 4 too.
Yeah, because there are time skips in between each season, as most of you would know. But the big one in season 2 is that at the end of season 1, Vandal Savage basically won because that guy is like the greatest written villain in TV history, apparently.
I still don't think he's lost, by the way.
He hasn't, which is like the greatest thing ever. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I say respect your villains. Watch Young Justice and look how Vandal Savage is written. You guys, it's a masterclass in writing a real tangible villain. Like, yes, it's Vandal Savage is also the plans within plans within plans character, but at least you see him setting these things up. It's not, oh, I had a contingency just in case. Let's say Calder actually did defect. I have a contingency just in case of that. No, it's him setting some shit up. Like, you see him in the background setting shit up, talking to people, sending members of the Light to go do things. Like that guy is fantastic. But back to what I was saying. You see at the end, Vandal Savage won. He used the Starro chips and got control over the entire league, and had them go do some shit. And then season 2 is dealing with the fallout of what these niggas did. For what was the thing there? It was Vandal Savage had them for how many hours? 16 hours. There's undocumented 16 hours. And then you find out that the league is barred on like every planet ever.
I think that is one of the fucking coolest things in any maybe in any work of fiction, because it really plays on your expectations of the Justice League. Because if it was any other group, it's just like 16 hours, what's the worst thing that they could do? But when you say that nigga had full control of the Justice League,
this nigga has Superman. Hours? Like, fuck the entire league. I'm not talking about no Captain Atom. I'm talking about no Green Lanterns. I'm talking about Big Boy Blue. Having that guy under mind control for 16 hours, you can do a lot. And he did a lot.
A lot. And that's like, I think, one of the coolest ways to end a season. Because it's like, by the time they even come back to the Watchtower, the Young Justice team eventually does beat them, using their little tricks and all that. And it's a victory for them because they actually use their teamwork in a way that doesn't alternatively fuck anything up. So it actually is a dub for them. But then you still get the overarching L of yo, what happened to us? Where did we go? What did we do? But it doesn't really pertain to the team until later on, when it's just like you're affiliated with the Justice League.
Yeah,
Kind, kind,
what's wrong
kind
with
of.
that?
What did they do? That shit is cool as fuck.
Oh, I forgot about fucking Arsenal. The whole Speedy Red Arrow Arsenal arc is
That's
actually
so
well done
fucking
as
fun.
well.
Yeah.
Because the Roy in like the fact that Roy had disappeared before the series started, and
Yeah.
that was like he was a clone the entire time is awesome.
Yeah, because they needed him to like infiltrate the league, and then eventually, I think he was the one that put this fucking Starro chips on them.
Yeah, he ended up getting red sunned in his own way, and then he ended up betraying the league, which leads to really cool plot points with Arsenal in season. I think it's season
Season
two,
two.
season three,
Yeah.
where he
No, it's season
opens the
two.
damn thing and he's like, "Yo, I'm not, I'm not going back in the box." And he opens up the hatch, and it's just like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, that's season two. When they're in space. It's fucking season two is the goddamn Beetle arc.
The Reach. I did like that thing. The only thing I didn't like about the Reach was the fact that Black Beetle kind of just ran them over. Like I know he's supposed to, but the Green Scarab getting fucking murdered in cold blood is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
just
realistically, why do you need to write that character out?
I don't know. Not sure. I guess they also wanted to keep it so that there's not too many like OP busted characters in the show, because then it's just like, why the fucking Nightwing tagging along? Like, why are Nightwing and Artemis here when I could have fucking Jaime and the goddamn Green Beetle running around solving shit? Also, why fucking Connor isn't like, they had to give Connor the fucking nicotine patches.
No, that shit was heinous. Like this is what we're doing. Yo, I take
Yeah.
these nicotine patches and they make me a full Kryptonian, but I get really angry. Hmm.
Perk,
Hmm.
perk angle for real. Oh my god.
I see.
Won an Olympic gold medal with a freaking broken neck.
No, that was crazy. Because they're all going through shit, and then here's Connor. Like they're going through real shit, and Connor is juicing for no reason.
Bro, Connor, like, I feel like that's like Connor is like the inverse of the team at a lot of points, so where it's just like whenever they're all going through some shit, Connor is going through shit in a different way. Like he's
He's
going through
finding something to go through. That's what it is.
right. Everybody else is like, man, I really let the team down. Like the one episode where McGann had them trapped in a fucking Mugen
I was
Tsukiyomi.
gonna bring that up, yeah. And Connor was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I was happy as fuck, boy."
I let the team down. I shouldn't have sacrificed myself. I could have done more. And then McGann is like, I really put them through that. And Connor was just like, damn.
There was no Superman there. It was like heaven, dog. You
That
had
shit
to
was
be.
hard. That shit was. It felt like the team was mine.
You had to be there. There was no Superman. I could live my life. Like,
I felt
who
like
are you
Kyrie on the
beefing with?
Celtics.
Like,
Bro, Connor pulling up to Superman and being like, I'm made with your DNA, and Superman looking at Batman like, what the fuck? And I feel like the nuance there to where it's just like Superman isn't ready for kids, and that's why he's an asshole to fucking Connor. But as soon as they start using brother around him, then he's like, he eases up on him later in the series. I think is really fucking funny.
yeah, no, that especially when in season 4 when the bomb goes off and he's just like, "Yo, if I had just been there," and it's like, brother, first of all, okay, hold on, Clark, what are you beating yourself up over? He was blown up with a kryptonite bomb.
Yeah,
Like,
he would have.
why do you feel bad about whatchamacallit, about alienating him earlier in his life over him getting killed with a fucking kryptonite bomb?
You would have got smoked too.
Bro, the Krypton. Oh, if I had been there sooner, you both would have died because it was encased in lead. Like the person that wanted you guys dead. Like that, there is nothing you could have done. I don't know, that whole storyline was really weird. Like obviously, Clark isn't supposed to be okay with there being a clone of him running around, especially unchecked and nobody knowing, and it being as potent as it is.
Right.
But like that whole storyline was really weird, especially because it wasn't on screen enough. It was literally Connor would show up and Clark would go, "Yo, I gotta piss, dog. I'll be right back."
I think it's just funny that Superman of all people is afraid to have an estranged son
or brother or whatever you want to call it.
That's just really funny to me because that's the only allegory I can think of. It's just like if some woman showed up and was just like, "Hey, Clark, this is your son," he would not know what the fuck to do. That's fun. That's really funny to me. The guy's supposed to be
no idea.
The paragon of good folds when his child is involved. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, you see it later when they're whatchamacalling it, bro. Johnny having like super hearing at like 5 is insane.
Yeah, because you can't fucking whisper on this nigga. You can't. He's gonna hear everything.
Bro, he turned that TV off so quick, and he still came and say, "Yo, what you watching, dog?"
What was that? What was that? Fucking hilarious. But yeah, as far as like my enjoyment out of the series goes, I feel like. Oh, okay, no, I can. Now that we're just bouncing around and talking about shit.
Yeah, we might as well just keep that formula because talking about it season by season, there's just too much because things link to things, and then you get lost in the things. So you might as well just let's just fucking chat it up.
You saying that like season 1 is the weakest? I feel like people find season 1 the strongest because Wally's still alive and Wally's the main character.
I was going that. That's the thing I was gonna ask you next. Would you have killed him?
Would I have killed him? Now, here's the thing, right? In my youth, I was pissed that they fucking killed Wally. But now that I'm at where I'm at as like a creative and all that, and like, you know, I look at things different. I see why they did it because there's this stigma around superhero stuff to where it's just like people niggas die. Oh, they die and then they come back or whatever. And we're 4 seasons in, and everybody that has died has stayed dead. Because in the last episode of season 4, they revealed to us that Connor. I mean, they revealed to us like way before that Connor never died, but they even like made sure to tie up that loose end of like whose fucking silhouette was that on the wall?
Whose fucking stain was that?
Yeah, like who was that? And it turns out it's fucking Valzad. So really, nobody that's died has come back, and they're not bringing Wally back. Like if there was ever a time for them to bring him back, it probably would have been the season. He's not coming back, and I don't know if I would have had the strength to kill him, but I know why it would have been done. I would have just needed a little push to do it. What about you?
I would have killed him. I wouldn't have killed him there. I would have, you know when he's trying to, you know when he has to deliver the heart?
Yeah.
I would have had Savage kill him right there.
That's crazy.
Because it hits more. Because think about it this way. They all see Wally vanish and it's like, oh, fuck. Damn, bro. Versus, he meets Savage in the middle of fucking nowhere. Because they know where he's going. Savage kills him and nobody can find him. Until eventually Barry starts running around and it's, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like that would hit a lot harder because the viewer knows that Wally would be dead in this scenario. But the characters in universe have not discovered it yet because nobody can find this fucking guy. Like obviously Barry's gonna find him quick, but
yeah, it was snowing that episode too, right?
Yeah.
I said he might have got covered up by that shit as well. Damn.
That would have been a crazy death too.
You're nuts.
Exactly.
I mean, they obviously couldn't have done it because fucking Cartoon Network, but
Yeah, of course, but
yeah.
I just that's a really good death. Cause it's a unique death. It's something that you don't see coming. Because
Yeah.
obviously, you expect it to be okay. He runs into Savage. Common sense would be run around him, but that's not that guy's style. So he's going to start fighting him, and then
Yeah.
everybody thinks, oh well, somebody's gonna come save him, or oh well, they're just gonna let the girl die anyway. Which was the point. The point was, oh, to delay him so the girl dies and whatnot. But you add another twist, that girl dies. Then, or that wasn't Perdita, right? It was another person, right?
I think it was.
Oh well, that's a triple thing because then Beast Boy has nobody, but that's fucking awesome.
Oh wow.
So
We're
that
gonna get to
guy,
Beast Boy. I forgot all about Beast Boy. That's
yeah.
crazy. We're gonna get to Beast Boy.
So Perdita would end up dying. Then you have Wally dying, which seals the realism in the show anyway. Because that's why you kill characters. You kill characters to well, in a show that you don't usually kill characters in. The deaths have to mean something. So it has to be something heinous, or it has to be an actual character dying. You hit both or you hit on both spectrums that way. Like you have the heroes failing, a girl dies. You also have Wally dying, and that establishes the realism for the team.
Oh wait, that was Perdita. Oh shit. Yeah.
Obviously, the way I do it, that fucks up the whole thing for later. But
Yeah.
it is an interesting way to do that. To look at that.
I need to watch that episode again. That shit was fire.
Yeah, it was a good episode because he's really cocky. He's like, oh, I have all this time. So he's taking his time. He's leisurely running. Savage shows up, burns up all that extra time that he had. And now it's a race against the clock.
Yeah, he actually has to be quick with it, or it's finished.
And that's the way you kill him too. Because at first it's all the flash gimmicks where he's running circles around him, he's bouncing into him, and nothing's happening. And then you have Savage run the clock. And then once Wally realizes that he's running out of time, he makes a mistake, Savage kills him.
Yep.
It's a good death.
You know what's crazy? That shit was on his birthday too. That's how I know you're a fucking Kamen Rider fan.
Oh my god.
You sick freak.
Cut it out. Killing characters on their birthday is fucking funny.
In the snow too. Yeah, you're definitely.
Oh
Kamen
my
Rider
god.
fan.
Killing him on his birthday and nobody can find this fucking guy is funny.
Yeah, you're absolutely 100%.
Like it's awful, but it's fucking funny.
Shit is
Like,
nuts.
god damn. No, that's some good shit. Alright. Elephant in the room. Literally. It's time to address the Beast Boy allegations.
Okay, now I'm biased. I'm gonna start this straight up. Anybody that's listening that likes Beast Boy and the arc that he got in this new season, right? I'm biased. I like the little monkey kid in season 2, where he was like he was like a Martian all fucked up. Well, not all fucked up, but he was like essentially staying in like a monkey-ish form, like a hybrid form the entire time. I like that guy. That guy was cool. We get to season 3. He's a movie star. He's played by. I'm pretty sure he's played by.
It's the same VA, yeah.
Actually, I don't think is that the same VA.
It should be. I'm pretty sure that was the whole thing about it. That's why the screen that I'm using, where it's the Teen Titans Go thing, it's the exact same.
It is. It's Greg Sipes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think he's doing a different delivery this time around, which is why I'm kind of confused. But or why I was confused. But yeah. And he becomes a movie star. You know, he's dating Perdita, this like a diplomat. She's like the princess, some princess,
the Queen of Vladova.
Yeah, Vladova. Yeah. That's that's cool.
Tom
But
Vertigo
he's
is
just like
awesome, by the way.
he is awesome. That's my guy. Nigga pulls up and everybody just fuck.
I like because he's so
Fuck.
useless. Like
He's useless, but he's really annoying. So everybody's just like, come on, not anybody but him. Fuck. Uh, but yeah, he becomes a movie star. He's dating Queen Perdita, but he's just really annoying to me. Maybe it's the delivery, but something about the character is just deeply annoying to me, and I don't like him at all in the slightest. I don't like him at all. And then season 4 rolls around. Connor gets boomed, not actually, but transported to the Phantom Zone, and then Beast Boy starts going through it, right? Because not only is he going through it because Connor is dead, but he also feels like he failed again because he failed, quote unquote, failed Brion, because he was also part of the Outsiders, that fucking bum ass, corny ass group. Which is funny because he thought he was doing something with that Outsider shit. Here goes fucking Bruce in the background pulling the strings again.
it wasn't even Bruce. It was Dick. Is the worst part.
Man, you got
I
stunned by good old Dick Grayson,
oh
man.
my god, no, that's another thing to take a quick detour. I love that the entire tone of every Young Justice season from seasons 1 to 4 is them showing the scary fucking parallel between Dick Grayson and his foster father. Like
It's real cinema.
it he's been training with Batman for basically his whole life at this point because it's Dick Grayson. He joined Batman at a very young age. But the fact that from season 1 to season 4, you see how scarily alike they've become. Especially in season 2. In season 2, when they set up the whole thing with Calder defecting, blowing up Mount Justice, faking Artemis's death, like they went really fucking deep. And then the coup of the Justice League, where Batman or Nightwing and Batman's entire team defects in quotations, as a part to as a way of messing with the light and stuff like that. Like the fact that all those people got on board with that, they displayed the Bat family very well. Because like that, even though they're not all like blood family, they're a family. Because everybody's all in on that shit. Like everybody understands Bruce and gets it, which makes it dangerous for everyone else involved.
All about the mission, baby. All about the mission. I will not lose to these fucking villains.
Like
no matter what it takes.
That shit was fucking scary.
Oh my god. But yeah, Outsiders are getting fucking punked by Dick Grayson. So whatever. And then Connor gets sent to hell, the Phantom Zone, well, Kryptonian hell, I guess. And then it's like now the actual arc itself displaying like depression in a real, very real way, depression and like anguish and trauma and regret in a very real way. It's very well done. It's done well as shit. My problem as a viewer is that we will be in the most unrelated situations and we'll cut away to Beast Boy. And I don't understand why they do that. Like, why not just give him his own episode? What is it, fucking... I think it was Zatanna and them were like fighting, or not fighting, but they were investigating some shit. Some supernatural magic shit. We cut away. And Beast Boy's like buying pills at the fucking right.
Yeah, he's buying the sleeping pills.
And I'm just like, okay. Because it adds to Beast Boy's, but the overall episode doesn't really do anything. And they do this for like either half or more than half the season, until he eventually like, they put him in that chair with what's her name? Diana? Not Diana, Dana.
Oh, Dina, yeah.
Dina. They put her in that chair with Dina. Everybody that's watched season 1 is like, all right, thank fuck, we're done.
Yeah,
She's
because
actually
Dina's fucking therapy, 100%, 100% success rate at this point.
it's not like those fucking dentists or those orthopedic everybody else that's like 99.9%. No, that shit is 100%. Everybody can guarantee she will get something out. You will walk away from that therapy session feeling something. But it takes so many episodes before we can actually get there and before like we can just they have to go through the entire and I understand that's how depression actually is, but it is very fucking like exhausting as a viewer.
Well, that's
It's
the whole
very
thing. It's
exhausting.
supposed to be exhausting. And we're back from intermission.
Yeah, I had to handle a little something. But where we left off, we were talking about Beast Boy. And I was saying how like even though like how real that shit is, uh it's still just like a and I understand why they handled it the way they did, spanning over multiple episodes, so that it's like despite them not giving a fuck about how time is displayed in other parts of the series, they made sure to make this Beast Boy shit feel as long as possible for people that watch the shit week to week. And probably even for people that were binging the series too.
Yeah,
So you get him
I was a
across.
binger, so
Yeah.
it
Oh,
it it felt away.
I was week to week, so when that shit popped up, I was getting pissed off.
I was pissed off watching it because it just felt very. It felt ham fisted because it's just like it feels worse when you're binging it because it feels ham fisted when you're binging it because it's just like
Yeah.
okay, I get it. All right, I get it. Yo, fix him already, please. Like it sounds fucked up to say because it's a
Yeah.
very important topic that needs to be discussed, and I'm glad it was discussed in this show. But as a taking myself out of the um understanding person role and putting myself in the television viewer role, I want that shit to be over with.
You're right. And Gardy explained it exactly as I do, because I'm making myself sound like an asshole with the way I'm going over it, but it was a lot. And I think what's worse is that there are different they do like show various ways in which depression does show up in his life. Him not going on missions, him using sleeping pills, eventually Perdita is like, what's wrong with you? And he essentially doesn't tell her, and she's like, all right, but we're done for. And then she leaves. And then they eventually try to have like an intervention for him. Or just like friends coming over to talk to him. And it's like this really raw scene where everybody tries to say something to him. I think it's like Static's there, Jaime's there. I think Robe. I don't actually know his name, but I know he's from the Doom Patrol.
Yeah, the lasting member of the Doom Patrol besides him.
Yeah,
That one hurt because like you know what he's been through.
all right.
You know what he's been through. You know what you've both been through. So him snapping at him and telling him, I forgot what he said to him, but he said some heinous shit to him.
You came back from the dead to tell me that bullshit.
Yeah, no, he wrote that guy off bad. Like the way he wrote everyone else off was okay, but that one was not okay.
Yeah, like Jaime and Static. They don't. I understand why they were there because they're friends, but like they didn't really have much to say. Like nothing that would actually like break through to him that anybody else probably hasn't already said to him. But like I think his name is Robot Man. Robot Man actually had like let me look it up. I don't want to sound stupid on here. I'm right in front of a computer. Doom Patrol members. It is Robot Man. All right, yeah, I'm that nigga. All right.
Okay.
But Robot Man like has been through not maybe not everything, but like they've been through it all. Or they've been through a lot together. So if anybody would know what's happening to him and like the emotions that he's feeling, having lost a team member before, he would know. Um and I understand why Beast Boy wrote him off. Because it's just like, yeah, we lost her, but like you stopped losing people there. I just lost somebody again. And I was there, I could have done something. But since he's like a wreck, and hasn't left his house in however, and he's been stirring in his own fucking, you know, depression and anxiety, fucking regret, shame for however long. He's not even thinking straight anymore. He's just like, he's just saying shit.
Yeah.
And then McGann tries to say something to him, but he writes her off too. And then, then she presses the big red button, which is Dina. But before that, she's like, they're going to kick you off that fucking team if you don't do your mental health checkup. So, whether or not I tell you to go to Dina, per league team outsider rules, you have to go. Which is how they even get him in the Dina chair in the first place. And, he tries his best to write that shit off. Yeah, I'm doing good. He tries to put on his little actor John, his little non-meaner. Doesn't work. She sees right through him, and then she shits on him.
That guy.
And then I think we get like maybe one more scene of Beast Boy after he eventually gives it up, because Dina doesn't play like that. He gives it up, and then we see him in like therapy, and he has like a dog or something like that later on,
which is
like
comedy because it's comedy because like
considering his powers,
yeah, it looks ridiculous, but it's important, and I'm glad I'm glad they did it that way because it's somebody that he can take care of, but also like actually hold conversations with. So
so he's not just by himself anymore. And you would think like, oh, he can just talk to Perdita. Perdita doesn't take his ass back.
Yeah, Perdita already found somebody new. That shit was crazy. She bounced back.
Did she?
Yes.
No way.
Swear on my life.
I gotta look now. Because Death and Rebirth was. Is it Death and Rebirth? Let's see.
Whenever the wedding happened, I think it's before the wedding. When he tries to call her back up, she's just like, "Yeah, about that."
Oh, she told him she moved on. Right. Yeah, so I probably. Oh, that's. Oh, Garfield. Oh, hate to see it. Hate to see it. Truly. Yeah. Yeah, as I was talking about fucking Black Canary, I just remembered fucking season 1 where Connor and McGann were like
Oh
having like
no,
a
that
fake
was
training
crazy.
session, and then he kisses. What was it? They found fucking. Oh my! That might be the funniest moment in the entire series.
They found the footage, and she was like, "That never happened." And here come Bruce. Yo, keep watching. Relax, dog.
Oliver is like, Dina.
What the fuck? Had it been anyone else, he would have been fine. But because it was a teenager, he said, "Now hold on, wait a minute."
Yeah, 10 seconds later, it's showing that fucking Miss Martian, transformed into Dina, and then she transforms back, and then Oliver starts dying. I don't blame you. That shit is dead ass funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But the person who isn't supposed to find it funny didn't find it funny. Thank God.
Yeah.
And put a stop to that nonsense. Look what y'all doing. God. You niggas is role playing some crazy.
That's funny. I'm surprised that made it through the fucking Cartoon Network barrier. Cartoon Network probably found that shit funny too. That's probably why.
I mean, it's harmless. Like it's not like they were full on fucking in the training room.
I mean, not really, but
yeah, mentally
he is kissing an older woman. Yeah. Anything else that I wanted to bring up to this series? I think we both hate Forager.
I fucking can't stand Forager.
It's
the fucking, and they have the nerve to introduce the other one.
Oh my god! That when the second Forager came, I was like, bro.
There's no fucking way,
bro.
Actual disgust in my voice. There's no fucking way.
Oh god! And then they gave that motherfucker a Green Lantern ring.
Of all the characters on screen at the time, that's who you give the fucking Lantern ring to.
It really smoked my guy Tomar Ray, bro. What the fuck?
No, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy
That
because they show him in the future being like, "Yo, so about your pops."
he was a great guy, huh?
Like, holy shit, bro, you're a bad person. That's awful. No, that was
I
I don't
love
know,
how he's a
the whole
fucking.
thing with the Zods was cool and all, but it was just like it was kind of odd because it had happened too late into the season, you know? Like I feel like
Yeah, they shouldn't have waited until like the second half to show that off. You know, it's like I said, if they put all that Beast Boy shit in like an episode and a half, they could have had the Connor Zod shit sprinkled throughout the entire season, or
I
at
don't
least you know
I
after
feel
his
like
death.
those guys needed to make it out of the Phantom Zone earlier because it feels very rushed that everybody's kind of sitting in the Phantom Zone beating their dicks, and then randomly the portal opens because that's supposed to be your thing at the end of the at the season. You know, it's not going to be the light again. You know, just like how whatchamacallit, they had the reach and shit like that, but it ended up being the light, and it was just, you know, the light, the light, the light, the light. You finally have a different antagonist group to break up
Yeah,
the monotony of them, because it would have looked ridiculous had they fought the light at the end of season 4 again, and then Vandal Side was just like, all right, well, they beat these 3 niggas. Let me bring in 3 more niggas from Batman Rogues Gallery or something. You know, it would have looked crazy. Also, at
yeah.
the end of season 4, we got the new, what is it, the damn Furies, which ended up being Mary Marvel and I forget what the other girl is. Who the other girl is?
Supergirl.
Oh yes, yes, it was Kara. So that's actually really cool. When season 5 eventually does come, because there's no reason for it not to be renewed. Wink, wink. Fucking HBO Max.
Ah!
Um, that's gonna be quite interesting because I have a feeling that yeah, no. Now I think about it, Connor is doomed
Yeah, that
because
guy.
they've already proved that that guy cannot fight Kryptonian.
Yeah, no, he's that half human
He
in
might
him.
just break that guy's back.
That half human in him is punk, bro. I don't know what to say.
Like they already
It's
showed
like
off that he is no match for an
he
actual
hasn't.
Kryptonian.
I wonder if they're gonna have him go back to Lex and be like,
You gotta
I
fix
need,
this.
I need the nicotine. I need like a permanent patch, bro, because I can't, I
You
can't
guys
keep up.
gotta unlock my Kryptonian powers because this is
I can't
crazy.
fucking keep up.
That's
Because
gotta
when
be
Kara
that's
comes
gotta be the
by,
first episode of season 5.
Kara's gonna come back and she's gonna start mopping the floor at him. She's gonna be him, but like, oh my god, yeah, no, that, oh my god,
That if
she's
and when
actually
that
gonna
fight
wipe the
happens, it's
floor.
gonna be bad.
Nobody on the team is gonna be able to. She might fuck around and smoke somebody.
Yeah, Connor, nigga. She don't put Connor on the fucking gurney, man. He'll pull up and it's gonna be nightfall for that guy. Pull up and
Yeah,
break that guy's fucking back.
it's wrong somehow. I wonder
Also,
if they're gonna do another time jump next
no, they
season.
definitely are, but because they have to get those new kids in there.
Yeah, the Super Sons.
The damn yeah, it's gonna be Damien and John, and then you have the other super kids that are sitting in therapy, like the Australian girl, the Wind girl, and how she almost smoked everybody out because she has no control over her powers, even though she thought she did.
Yeah. Also, I'm glad that fucking Orphan at least got some gas during the whole Artemis shit.
Yeah, that was really good. I like the way
I would
they filtered those characters in.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Cassie step up and also be like right next to her, like, you know, beat for beat. But I don't know. I guess for niggas like me that don't really know those characters, it's a whole just like a whole lot of who the fuck. Because I didn't really know Orphan. I'm not tapped into the bat streets like that. But
Nah, that was really like I don't know their hard backstories, but I know of the characters because I used to
I
do a
didn't
lot of
even.
wiki reading back in the day. So it was
Yeah,
really
I didn't
cool to
even
see
know
all
of
those
them.
Bat Family characters pop up.
Yeah, I think they were in season 3 too, but I might be mistaken. They might have been there for like a frame or something like that. I don't know.
They were there at the beginning of season 3 when they pulled the fucking whatchamacallit.
Oh
when
yeah,
they
I'll never
pulled
get
the
tired.
original coup. He took the entire Bat family.
Yeah,
This nigga said, "Yo, we are out."
fucking international politics.
He took his kids and got in the van and said, "We are gone." Oh, speaking of, I did not like any of the Black Lightning stuff. Not a lick of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Um, yeah, I can't defend it. I can't defend
Like,
him fucking on
wow.
this Eastern European bro. Turn it off.
That's what I'm
Enough.
saying. It's the same thing with the Artemis and Roy shit. I didn't like that either. Don't even joke like that, dog.
And
Like, it wasn't that many episodes, but don't joke. That's just not funny. Don't joke like that.
yeah,
Cause that
Cheshire was like, bro, what?
Cause yeah, like they have a kid together. Shorty is still in the show. Don't even look like her mom. Filthy as fuck for even trying to do that. Like I get it, you want her out of the streets because you don't want her to die or end up like Sportsmaster. But you're crazy, dog. At least try and get your other kid back.
She's always been a crazy lady.
Yeah, but at least try and get your kid back.
All right. I don't fucking know. Jeff is very. He's a character, right?
Shit.
Like I don't know. I like understand the entire thing. Okay. So the thing about Jeff is like the way he sees the Bat family is the way I see those first two seasons of The Boys. So where it's just like, how many fucking Manila folders do I have to go through before we get to some real shit? Like how many secrets, how many lies, which is the entire like. That also is the first two seasons of Young Justice where it's just like, bro, please stop lying to me. Please, we care for each other. Please stop lying to me. And that's Jeff saying it instead of like I know some other characters were also upset.
Yeah, but they know the plan by now. This is the first time that Jeff really like got it. Like when it happened to everyone else, everybody was just like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Yeah, because everybody else understands why. Well, maybe Jeff definitely doesn't, but and a lot of those characters probably also don't. But they're all right with the fucking explanation that it's Batman and that's just how he operates. Because he does like, he doesn't like to leave shit up to chance. All that fucking power friendship shit. That's not him. That's not him. He needs to have a fucking step-by-step process about everything that he's gonna do before he does it. At least according to Deathbed, that's how he operates. Otherwise, he can't sleep at night.
You're talking about Bats, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Yeah,
Bruce.
no, bro, because Bruce, too many niggas have died on his hands. He's gotta fix it.
All right. Nigga, Jason is there too in the wings. I'm ready for that. They're not gonna adapt that, but I'm ready to see Jason walk around and start dropping the F bomb. Fuck.
Oh yeah, they have to deal with that because that guy's still around.
Yeah. He was the fucking guard in the when they went to
Yeah,
League of
with
Shadows.
Sensei and them,
Yeah.
they didn't even try. I
They
wish they had
did.
tried a bit more. Like he's in a red suit. Like at least put him in all black or something.
No.
Granted, I know that red and black are their colors, but god damn, guys, at least try
Ugh.
a little bit, please.
Incoming. They're not gonna show any of us any of that shit, but I at
Yeah,
least
he's gonna be found in the time skip, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're alive! Wow."
Yeah.
Funny part is like they can't even do the Jason Revenge tour because nobody cares about Joker in this universe.
Oh yeah, that guy gets slapped around like he's nothing.
Yeah, like that guy's a loser. So what? How is he going to fucking whatchamacallit?
I mean, they're not gonna show us, but I'm assuming the events of that movie still um, operate the same. Probably just with like less Bat family members involved. Because in that original movie, it was just Dick that was around. I don't
Yeah,
think
but like
I don't think Tim was around. So
no, it's gonna be
fucking
very
Joker.
interesting. Like there's no questions or answers uh about a season 5. Like you guys should be working on this already. Like
I mean, what is it? SDCC is next week. I doubt they'll have anything to show, but
Yeah, but I'm saying like this should not be a fucking debate.
it really shouldn't. And I feel like HBO Max is one of the smarter streaming platforms out there. Whereas like Disney Plus is like kind of shooting themselves in the foot with these fucking Marvel TV shows. Netflix has opted to cut both feet off. Amazon Prime, I don't think they had feet to begin with. What other streaming services are there? Fucking,
None. You name them
I
all.
don't.
It's
I name them
Hulu,
all.
HBO, and Netflix. Don't talk about no
Hulu.
damn Tubi TV. We're not talking about no Amazon TV. We're not talking about Sling or something weird. What's the shit that you hate so much? Paramount. We're not talking about that either.
Yeah, I forgot about Paramount.
Peacock isn't a real thing.
Whereas like HBO is the smarter of these streaming services, so I would hope that they would just like, you have every base covered. You have all of it. You have superhero movies. You have superhero TV, like live action superhero TV shows in Peacemaker. You have your
And
fucking artsy,
Titans.
yeah, fucking. You have your artsy, auteur shit with fucking what's that shit called? The one that I hate so much, Euphoria. You have that.
He says he hates it, but this nigga watched every episode.
I did, and I didn't like it. But well, that's not what we're here to talk about. So like,
Shameless.
in order, you have all of the fucking animated DC movie content. Why not have like a long running animated DC TV show? That's not the original Teen Titans because nobody wants to watch that. Don't bring that back. Keep that shit dead.
What you mean? It's on a streaming service and it probably does numbers, right? Right.
It would. I don't know. I doubt anybody even watches that shit. And you also have HBO, not HBO, but Warner Brothers in general. You're doing this big superhero push with fucking that game that I don't like, Multiverses. You have a little bit of extra cash to spend to, give Young Justice a season 5. I don't see what the problem is.
There's more than enough money to give them a season 5.
More than enough money.
Especially if you actually market it.
Give them more. I don't think they had enough money.
Imagine actually marketing shit that shows up on your platform. Like,
oh, wow.
God forbid, right?
Goodness.
It's actually a shame that we're even in an era where a good TV show is going to go unfunded because of nothing.
Literally no reason. And if anything, if you want to market it more, and if I'm Greg Wiseman and the guys and I see all this online disco, they're skipping too much stuff. Blah, blah, what happened between season 1, whatever. Oh, I miss Wally, blah, blah, blah. Alright, nigga, how about I give you a fucking movie about something that happened between season 1 and season 2? So you niggas shut up. If you put a movie out there, like a movie that actually plays in theaters, with this fucking superhero craze and all this shit, people will see that there is a Young Justice movie playing in theaters.
I don't know why companies aren't pushing for, like, animation is not, like, brother, it doesn't have to be for, you can do whatever. There's so much that you can do.
Limitless. It's limitless.
I don't know what it is in the States that they're, because Japan, China, literally everywhere else has embraced animation on the silver screen. It's literally over here where these niggas are manual breathers and can't figure out that people would come to a theater to watch a cartoon. Like, now we're seeing that the big anime movies are coming to theaters. Right. But the fact that we're so far behind doesn't make any sense. Especially after the 90s and 2000s, where you were airing these things in theaters.
Right. And I feel like Spider-Verse is like the biggest thing to come close and like break the public perception of like, hold on, animation good.
Yeah, but wow.
But then it got lost. I don't know what happened. I think there's probably a Spider-Man movie that came out a year after that just fucking, I think it was No Way Home probably fucked it up. So when this next Spider-Verse movie comes out, it probably won't do not nearly as many numbers because of all this fucking, I don't know, corporate politics and shit. So where it's just like, no, why would we push animation when we can make so much money off of like, there's so many different industries at play whenever we have to make a live action version of something where we don't want people to make animated content as much. Or if they're going to make animated content, it's going to be fucking for babies on YouTube Kids or whatever. It's like, man.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
I don't know. Anyway, season 1 thumbs in the middle, season 2 thumbs up, season 3 thumbs slightly pointing downwards, and season 4 is thumb pointing slightly upwards.
For me, season 1 is thumbs up. Season 2 also thumbs up. Season 3, I'm gonna go straight up thumbs down. Season 4, halfway between thumbs middle and thumbs up. Season 3 is thumbs down for me because I don't like The Outsiders, I don't like Brion, and I don't like Forager. And guess who were the fucking 3 people that were at the forefront of that season?
Yeah,
And then season 4, it feels like the first half is scattered all over the place, and then the second half is like it's focused, but it's too short. Like 13 episodes was just not
shit is
enough for what they were
crazy,
trying to
bro.
do.
Connor
But
is
it
a
was still a
random
good season.
character that appears in like the first 2 episodes of season 1, and the entire fucking show is about him. Like, what the? How the fuck did we get here, dog?
Get on board or get out of the way. Oh my
Damn,
god.
bro. Oh, I forgot about the Legionnaires. Legionnaires are thumbs up, and the fact that I don't think they
Oh,
sent them home, right?
they sent themselves home. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Also, take what's his name? Yo, throw Bart out. Like, I know him staying there doesn't affect the timeline clearly, or else they would have did something about it in universe, of course, not in like writing. But brother,
Yeah,
come on, what the fuck?
yeah, because he's not even doing much. No, like he was here for that reach shit, and then he fucking left. But yeah, I like the Legionnaires a lot, especially the fucking voice work on them. They all sound cool as shit. Phantom Girl and the fucking orange nigga whose name that I'm forgetting, but
He doesn't
those two are
matter. His
cool.
name's Chameleon, something or other.
Chameleon, yeah. D. Bradley Baker, my goat. Um, they all did really well, and I like them. But they sent them back to the future on a fucking wild goose chase because Lorzad got fucking bamboozled by that nigga with the chair.
Yeah, no, Metron is like the fucking goat of the last 2 seasons.
Metron fucking put his hand on his head and then Michael Jordan and actually fucking killed him.
Bro, it was that and the fact that they threw Metron out of his chair to save Victor. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to talk about Cyborg real quick? Is there anything you
Yeah,
want
we
to
can
talk
talk
about?
about
I think his arc was like okay. I think the way they went about it, where he was kind of just moping around the fucking house, to be a bit ridiculous, but it feeds into the Violet stuff, so I guess
yeah.
that's okay.
I think that yeah, I like Cyborg. I like his arc. But like that, it wasn't just a season that I didn't like because fucking, you know, Violet is going through literally
Yeah, she's
like
basically a newborn in a teenager's body. It was
yeah,
like fuck.
damn, I'm going through it. Going through what? Yes. And so like you can't really focus too much on like fucking Cyborg and shit like that. But they did enough to give him enough to where like I enjoyed seeing his origin. Um, and also something else I just remembered from that season was fucking Dick and Aqualad being stuck at the bottom of fucking Granny Goodness's hellscape. That shit is raw. Yeah, that shit was raw. I like that. I like that part a lot. But
No,
yeah, I think
that
Cyborg is
that shit was
cool.
clean.
I hope Cyborg doesn't get put in hell like Static is, to where, hey, you guys like Static? You guys like Static? Here he is.
Yeah, they put that guy in
And
fucking purgatory. Holy shit.
there he goes.
The only static appearance is, man, I wish I had a girlfriend, and to
Thanks,
nothing.
guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
And then
guys.
Victor is a father box, or yeah, he's a father box. So that's
Yep.
that's his character at the moment.
Thumbs up. Thanks, guys. But we can dedicate 90 days and 90 nights to fucking Garfield tossing and turning for like 2 minutes out of an episode. Thanks. Very cool. Of all this shit that they managed to skip, we didn't skip that one. But like I said, I thought the portrayal was good, so I don't want to seem like too much of a hater. Anyways, that's all I have. Actually, is that all I have?
I don't know. Do you?
Um, why does Bruce look like that in this series?
I don't know.
He didn't look like a white man at all, bro.
Like, I think it's because they knew from the '90s where everybody was like orange except for Lex.
Yeah.
I think they learned their fucking lesson. Because if you look at the animated series Batman, like towards the end when they get what's his name, Tim Drake and shit in there, it's fucking crazy because everybody's orange. Like everybody's like Italian. Like what the fuck is going on?
Bruce looked, yo, in season 3, especially, Bruce looked Italian as fuck. He had the turtleneck on. I thought he was gonna throw a Cuban link on that shit too. I was about to say.
No, if they had done that, I would have had to fucking I would have had to tweet some people.
Yo, Jeff would have had to swing on him, bro. No way.
They would have
No
lost
way.
too,
I know he would have lost, bro.
bro. They told me that the first a quarter of the season, this guy's powers just didn't work.
Yeah. And
He
then
did
they did
not
that
kill that
stupid
damn
ass
girl,
split.
man. Enough.
You never had Black Lightning before. Okay.
No, who
Yeah.
did that?
Okay.
No, no, no. Who
Okay.
did that?
All right.
Somebody did that.
Oh my god. What else? I don't know. I think the series overall is good. A lot of Young Justice fans have turned on Young Justice, which is crazy. But I still think it's good. It's just not as like focused and small as season 1 was. And I feel like for like the only animated show that DC has right now, outside of no, there was like another one. It was like Horror was at the front.
What do you
Like it was like
like
a bunch of
animated
girls.
DC show? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's the DC superhero girls.
yeah. DC
That
they
was like
have
the one for girls that they tried to push, and that's
yeah.
why a lot of those shows kind of fail because it's just like, well, of course they're not going to work. Look at the society you niggas have created for young girls and women. Period. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it's
But
not
outside
okay
of
for girls to like anything other than these certain things. So yeah, no
all
shit.
right,
Animation is going to fail.
all right. Yeah, actually, is a very yeah, yeah. So that show probably got canceled. Um, fucking like I understand trying to fix it now, like the whole like stigma around girls and like comics, but I think it's too late. To even the most fucking progressive of people don't even like they don't even give a fuck about fixing that. Like that's so far down the priority list for them. But yeah, they have Young Justice. They had League Superhero League of Girls or whatever, and then they have like Harley Quinn, and only one of those has the chance to like break through to people that don't even watch superhero shit like that and grab their attention. Because like I've described already, it's fucking what is it, Trader Joe's type of humor. That's the only way I can describe it. It's some shit you talk about with some stranger you met
Oh, you
at
talking
fucking
about
Trader.
Harley Quinn?
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
that they have a Harley Quinn shit on. You guys are in the fucking I don't know the alternative milk section. You see that they have a fucking Harley Quinn shit on. You start talking about this shit. That's the only like. There's some funny shit there, but like as a majority of like what I watched or what me and Gardy watched, I was not feeling that shit at all. And I was bored too.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody
Therefore,
seems to like it. I think there's something wrong. Every time that happens, I think there's something legitimately wrong with me.
I don't think so.
Because how could I have missed? Like I don't understand it here.
Oh my god. Anyways, that's all I got. I don't have anything else. Fuck
Yeah,
Harley
I'm
Quinn.
pretty much done too.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Dick Grayson is goated. Justin McCartney is a very good voice actor.
Yeah, he is.
That's crazy.
I'm glad that he found something after music. I mean, let me say that now without looking up that he's done any music in the last 10 years or so, and just I'm glad that he's found something, you know? Like if he's made music in the last 10 years, I'm sorry, but listen, man. I'm glad you found something that's lasting. Okay? Even if it is a once in a while thing, cuz he's a
Yeah.
pretty good voice actor.
Like I really enjoyed that season one Robin, the way they wrote him and all that shit. I fucking laugh he does. And then they dropped it, but like him having just an issue with the English language was very funny to me. Why is nobody ever just feeling the Aster?
He growed up, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, he growed up.
Bring my guy back.
Nah, hell no. Is that shit where you found it?
Yeah, it's that. Now I'm done. Now I'm done.
Yeah,
Now I'm
no,
done.
we're both done here. Like last minute thought. It's a good series. If you haven't watched it, please do watch it. I mean, they're holding us at gunpoint, so actually, like, even if you have watched it, just go rewatch it. I'm probably just gonna let the shit play on autoplay or something because I'm being held at gunpoint by devs.
Yeah, Greg Wiseman and them.
Like, well, not even by them. It's by fucking not Amazon. What is this shit called?
Oh,
HBO.
the HBO Max execs.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know why Harley Quinn gets fucking whatchamacallit renewed
Fucking
before the season is over, but
they
I
get
have to.
renewed and they get money to put fucking James Gunn in the goddamn universe, but we try to tell that, God forbid we try to tell some actual shit without all this nonsense, and it's just like, nah, go ahead and work for that. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Like I have no problem with Harley Quinn. I just it's just like when I'm waiting for a show to even get a lick of a whatchamacallit of a season 2 or a film that bolsters the franchise or ends the series or whatever. And The Boys gets a season announced before the fucking third episode is out. Like, you know how crazy that
Yeah.
is?
Fucking wild.
Bro,
I don't know.
how many episodes was that in when they announced season 4? That was like 4 weeks in, was it not?
I don't even think it was 4 weeks. I think it was like 2.
You know how crazy that
They
is?
dropped 3 episodes that first week, and then I think the 4th episode is where I started worrying about certain death flags that were being raised around a certain character.
I ended up
And
watching
then
that shit, by the way.
the season, oh shit,
Yeah, because Sosa had it on and I was in the room, so.
oh wow, season 4 or season 2 or not season 4, season 3 or season 2? Okay,
Yeah, so I saw the entirety of season 3 from like episode 3 or 4 onward.
okay. Yeah, certain death flags raised around a certain character, and they dropped a confirmation of a season 4, and there was a character that was missing from that poster, and I started to panic. So it had to have been like week 2 or something like that, because they didn't have that many weeks, because they dropped 3 episodes, and I think the entire season is like 8 episodes or something like that.
Something like,
So
yeah,
there was only
eight or
like
9 or so.
there's only like 5 or 6 weeks where the show was running. Let me see. Yeah,
I
8
still don't like
episodes.
that shit, bro.
I don't like it either.
So fucking stupid. We'll talk about it off camera. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, watch the damn show if you haven't, and if you have, watch the shit again. It's real TV, and we'll be back with something else. I haven't put that Ruby episode out yet because I've been like, listen, I've been in a place. All right, I've just been.
I've also been in a place, which is why we haven't. Well, the first place I was fucking Toronto, Canada, and then I came back and I was in a different place. The
Yeah,
fucking
that
petri
guy was
dish,
in the fucking Bovid dimension.
Bovo 97.
The fucking Bovo dimension.
That shit is so stupid. But yeah, we'll get back to talking about more TV soon. Fire of Ice. I just have to fucking lock in because fucking
Dredge
Daiji.
through fucking that last 10 episodes of fucking
Oh my
nonsense.
god! Oh my god!
Like, the show isn't bad, it's just, you know what, let me just end the recording, dog. I'll go on for another 20 minutes about this fucking nonsense.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
Godspeed. Turn your shit off.